My name is Adi Faisal Badumalik.
Hi, my name is Ahmad Ikram Hafiz.
And my name is Muhammad Farifida bin Omar.
Today we will present about mobile cellular. So today I will give the introduction about the cellular telephone. The key principle of cellular telephone and cellular radio is determined by subdividing a relatively large geographic market area, which is called coverage zone, into a small sections called cells. It used the concept of frequency reuse to increase the capacity of a mobile telephone of a channel. The cellular telephone system allows a large number of users to share the limited number of common usage of radio channels. For the fundamental concept of cellular telephone, I will pass to my other partner, which is Khairul Firdaus.
Okay. Each coverage zone is further subdivided into hexagonal shaped cells that fit together to form a honeycomb pattern, as shown in the pictures. Okay. Each geographical area is allocated a fixed number of cellular voice channel. Okay, this is a cell. Okay. And this is a cluster.
Concept of cellular. First, cellular system allow frequency reuse in the same area by splitting the entire region into many smaller cells. Each cell has a radio base station, RBS. Because of low power signal transmission from RBS, frequency can be used for another cell. Each mobile user is initially assigned a frequency and communication with the closest RBS. When crossed to some other cell, it is linked to the new RBS. Okay, RBS are linked together so that a conservation can pass from one cell to another. It will link the user in any cell. My friend will tell you about the size of the cell.
Okay, thank you, Khairul Firdaus. Okay, now I want to talk about the physical size of cells. As we know, physical size of cell have three. One we call large cell, or we call it macro cell. Second, small cell, or we call it micro cell. Yeah. Third, last, we call a very small cell or picocell. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about the large cell or macro cell. The radius of the large cell between 1.8 kilometer to 28 kilometer. Base station transmit power between 1 watt to 6 watt. Okay. Second, I want to talk about small cell. Small cell has radius less than 450 meter. Okay, base station transmit power between 0.1 watt to 1 watt. Application of small cell, it has a high density areas. Example given, large city, urban, or inside the building. Okay, limitation. The limitation of small cell has a low effective working area, reflection, and signal delay. Okay, last but not least, I will talk about the very small cell or picocell. Picocell or very small cell has a little bit different with large cell and small cell, because very small cell or picocell doesn't have radius or base. It's just to provide reliable communication indoors, well shielded areas with higher level of interference. Example given, the underground. After I introduce introduce what is the physical size of cell. Now I want to give to Muhammad Khairul Firdaus. Muhammad Khairul Firdaus want to elaborate about the frequency reuse.
Okay, frequency reuse is the process in which the same set of frequency or channel can be allocated to more than one cell. It provides that the cells are separate by sufficient distance. Each cellular base station is allocated a group of channel frequencies that are different from the neighboring cell.
The concept of frequency reuse is shown in the figure. There are 3 clusters. Each cluster consists of 7 cells and each cell has different frequency.
Objective of frequency reuse are to keep the transmitter power from each base station to a minimum. To keep the position of the antenna of the base station just high enough to provide for the area coverage of the respective cell. Back to Ikram for the further information.
Okay, now I want to talk about the cellular system topology. Okay. What is system topology? System topology is the arrangement of components which includes the radio frequency transceiver located within each of the cells. So we illustrate a simplified cellular telephone system that includes the base component. First, mobile unit, RBS or radio base station, and mobile telephone switching office, MTSO. Okay. Talk about mobile unit. What is mobile unit? Mobile unit is communicate directly with RBS over free space or air, and RBS communicate directly with MTSO. What the meaning is, when we want to call someone, the signal will directly to the MTSO, and the MTSO will send it to the RBS, and RBS send to the receiver. What is mobile unit? Mobile unit is to communicate directly with RBS over free space or air, and RBS communicates directly with MTSO. Such example, when wired telephone want to communicate with the radio or mobile unit, the signal of wire telephone will send to the PSTN, and the PSTN will send it to the MTSO. MTSO will send to the RBS or radio base station, and the RBS will send to the receiver, the radio mobile unit. Okay. Second, I want to talk when wired telephone want to communicate with wired telephone. Okay. Also, I'll give example. This house wants to communicate this house with the wired telephone. So the signal we send it to the PSTN, and the PSTN directly to send to the receiver. Okay, after I introduce the communicate telephone, wired telephone to wired telephone to the what we call wireless telephone or mobile unit. Okay, now I want give to Akil to elaborate when we want to communicate wireless telephone to the wireless telephone in one cluster.
In one cell.
Sorry. I will tell the description from wireless phone to a wireless phone in one cell. Okay. From the beginning, the wireless phone will use from here, and it will send to the RBS, which is radio base station, and it will send to MSTO, which is mobile telephone switching office, and it will compile all the information and will send to other people in the same cell. Okay. For this, I also will tell the define about MSTO and PSTN. Okay. For MSTO, the MSTO controls channel assignments, processing, call setup, and call termination, including channeling, switching, supervision, and allocating radio frequency channels. It provides centralized administration and maintenance support for the entire network interface with the public telephone, network over wireline, voice tracks for the conventional wire telephones, and interface with data link. Most MTSO are connected to the SS7 signaling network, which allows cellular telephone to operate outside their service area. For the PSTN, which is this one, public switching telephone networks, it is telecommunications network is usually accessed by telephones, key telephone system, private branch exchange tracts, and data arrangements. Completion of the circuit between the call originator and call receiver is in PSTN requires network signaling in the form of dial pulse or multi-frequency tones. PSTN is a global collection of interconnects originally designed to support circuit switch voice communication. The PSTN provides the traditional telephone service called plain old telephone service, which is POTS. It is to residents and many other establishments. It is to residents and many other establishments. I'm so sorry. Parts of the PSTN are also utilized for digital subscriber line, which is DSL, voice over internet protocol (VoLT), and other internet-based network technologies. Originally, PSTN referred to the international telephone system based on copper wire, carrying analog voice data network of fixed line analog telephone system. Today, PSTN is almost entirely digital and includes mobile as well as fixed telephones. After this, I will lend to Ikram for giving the definition about the RBS, which is radio base station.
Okay. Thank you, Akil, for give a definition of MSTO and PSTN. Okay, now I forgot to elaborate what is RBS, radio base station. Radio base station serve as a central control for all user each cell, which means RBS is so important. Each of cell. RBS also consists low power radio transceiver, power amplifier, and cell side control. Okay. Lastly, RBS also provide an interface between mobile telephone sets and the MTSO. Okay. Can you come closer? And as you can see here, we have different area. This is area A, this is area B. When we want to communicate with someone, the signal will transfer with a different way. Okay, if you guys want to know the detail, Khairul Firdaus or Firdaus will elaborate detail about this situation.
Okay, to communicate from signal area A and area B, the house for area A send signal to RBS and MTSO, and then to PSTN. The signal transferred to PSTN area B, and then it sent to
MTSO.
MTSO, and to the RBS, and finally to the receiver. Okay, that's all. It's all from us. Thank you for watching. Okay, we hope the project will be successful in the future, and we benefit all the citizens in the village. Okay, thank you.